And so yeah, we always joke and be like, oh, what about the ghost surfer in Hawaii? That they can tack on a nice week vacation with afterwards, but that never happened. So it would have been kind of interesting to see not just what they did to blow off steam, not just what they did to celebrate a win, not just what they did to pass the time, but actually see them take a load off and like be relaxed and just be.
Yeah, I agree with that. That was part of the fun. The initial part of the finale, not the last part was super fun, but seeing them doing laundry, you know, seeing them folding their clothes or hitting the alarm,
Eating pie.
eating pie. Yeah, so I think I'd love to see. It's not super interesting for television to have like Sam and Dean just sitting around doing nothing, but they let. But that would be fun to see who Sam and Dean are when they're not having to take the weight of the world on their shoulders. Thank you.
Hi there.
Hi. So my name's Gemma, and I watched this new show on PBS recently called Road Food. I don't know if you've seen that, but
I heard the host didn't test well. The ratings kind of went on screen, but I hear the food was good.
it was good.
Roads were great.
I think the
Host was questionable at best.
I don't know, I think the host is pretty hot myself.
He's a handsome fellow. I saw the ads.
I mean, he's no Guy Fieri, but let's be honest.
My question for you is if you could... I'm just gonna wait till you're done.
I'm sorry.
If you wait until we're done giggling, you're going to be here for a long time.
Get in there, Jim. Let's hear it.
It's a good point, great point. So if you could have any type of show, be it a travel show or any show, doesn't have to be on PBS, but any type of show that's about a passion of yours or something that you would love to just interview people about and explore, what would that be about?
I also love food, I think people know. And I think during the pandemic, when we had the 6-month break before finishing filming Supernatural in 2020, I got into reading about, I think I got a Life magazine or something, about the most haunted places in America, and I've always wanted to go around and see some. I'm fascinated by that. I think it's probably been done, so I don't want to be boring or just doing things that other people have already done, but I would love to go see some haunted places.
Do it.
And then walk away and be like, nothing happened. They knew it's Sam and Jensen.
There's something that we've got in development right now. That's funny that you say that because it's along those lines, and I keep needing to share it. I would tell you about it because I think it'd be something fun to do. Yeah, I don't want to say too much about it because it might actually be something I can share with you guys. So, fingers crossed.
Thanks, Jim.
Hi guys,
Hey.
Erica from Chicago here. My question is, you guys both have new shows coming up, and I was wondering what it was like. I know you just finished up filming the pilot for the Winchesters. What's it been like working with new groups of people, new locations in New Orleans, and how that has been going?
It's definitely different. I was talking earlier to some folks about just the difference of walking onto the set of Supernatural as opposed to some of these new sets, and it'll never feel like that just because I doubt that he and I will be doing a show for 15 years, even if Walker lasts 15 years, what we built what we built on that set with those people is really, I think, incredibly unique and really just lightning in a bottle. And I said walking onto that set was like walking into a warm hug every day. And I'll miss that, and I miss that terribly. Walking onto these new sets, it is like walking into somebody else's house. And, you know, it can be fun and cool, be like, oh wow, this is amazing, this is really cool. You guys have awesome sets, and you have a whole LED wall that you do your driving scenes in, and I mean, it's very cool, it's impressive. There's a lot of different personalities that you have to navigate, there's new friendships to be made. So it is like starting at a new school, you know. And I think he and I are you know, we're old enough and we're savvy enough now, and we've been around this industry long enough to know how to avoid the pitfalls, and try to really focus on the positives. But it is different, and you know, filming in Toronto or filming in Albuquerque or filming in New Orleans, they all have their different kind of vibe. And so it's like going to a different school. It's like kind of unique in that way.
Yeah, that's a great way to put it. It is different. It's so cool. It's like you're going to a new school, and you love the new school. Or maybe that's a strange way to put the analogy. Another thing that, especially with Supernatural, you know, Jensen and I weren't producers in Maine. But to quote the bard, you know, a rose by any other name can smell sweet. Like we did a lot of, we were very involved with making sure to protect the characters, the canon, the storyline, the sets, the blocking.
The tone on set.
The tone on set.
That was a huge thing, and that's something that really gets set from, I think, the lead actors, because it sets the tone for how the crew acts and relates to each other and the rest of the cast and stuff. So that's very important. It was also something that he and I took very seriously and made sure that we always had a place that was fun and light and creative and inviting and welcoming. So.
Yeah, and so with these sets, you know, both with the Winchesters and with Walker Independence, we're not going to be there every day, not even every week. We're going to be working our asses off on Zoom calls and on script notes and watching dailies. So it's funny, you know, I saw 3 of the actors from Independence yesterday, Kat McNamara, Matt Barr, and Justin Johnson-Cortez, and it's kind of it's a funny feeling because I've seen them so, it's maybe the feeling like y'all get seeing us, where it's like, you've seen us a whole bunch, we haven't seen y'all a whole lot, because I'm like, hey, Matt, Kat, Justin, like, what's going on? I'm like, what's going on, man? Like, because I live with them, you know, like, they're on my iPad, they're on my TV, I'm making notes, I'm giving notes to the editors and to the other producers, I'm Zoom calling to hire directors and this and that, and so they don't see all the work, much like we didn't see all the work behind Supernatural that Cookie did, or Singer did, or, you know, Jeremy or Andrew or Sarah, and so on and so forth. But we're doing a lot of the work, we're just not able to be there for the in-person part of it, so it's going to be interesting. And I've only ever produced one episode of television that I wasn't there for at all, which was the Independence pilot, because we were shooting Walker still, and with COVID regulations, I didn't have time to get there and, you know, quarantine for 24 hours and get back in quarantine 48 because we had to finish. So we'll see. It's gonna be interesting. I'm really excited about it, but it'll be different. Thank you.
Hi.
Just quick, I wanted to say thank you for this weekend. I haven't gotten to do anything fun in a really long time, and it's been amazing to be back here with you guys. Thank you. Very often of the time. My question is, and it seems like Jensen is already on a roll, but best dad joke.
Best dad joke?
Yes. Oh, God.
I just gave this one to my 9-year-old. I hope she does me proud. I said, he said, you know, JJ, when you walk into a bathroom, you're an American. When you walk out of a bathroom, you're an American. But when you're in the bathroom, you're European.
I said this
Very
one.
much. I'll see myself out. Damn it! Stupid! God! Why don't you listen?
I said this one. On your way to the bathroom, you're Russian. In the bathroom, European. On your way out, you're Finnish. Or I can row a boat. Canoe? A guy walks into a butcher shop and he goes to the butcher counter.
Somebody tackled him.
He goes to the butcher and says, I'd like one steak and kidney pie. And the butcher kind of gives him a funny look and goes, I'm sorry, what are you asking for? He says, just a steak and kidney pie. The butcher goes, you just said steak and kidney. And the guy goes, no, I didn't.
Oh my gosh. Help us. How many people, this is their first convention?
How many is it now?
Clearly your last.
What's your best dad joke?
Have you heard the one about the roof? No, it's over your head.
That one's going in the pocket. Thank you. All right.
Thank you so much.
Hi.
Hi, my name is Sonia. I'm from Chicago. This is my first convention. I was just wondering, because I just watched The Boys, and wow. What was like your most...
He hadn't seen it yet. I made him watch it on the plane. It's just on my iPad, he just goes. Sorry. So, what was the question?
I was wondering, like, what was like the most shocking scene that you've ever seen, like in one of your new projects or anything like that?
Have you seen The Boys?
Have you seen The Boys? First 10 minutes of The Boys yet? Yeah, that was jarring. I had read that sequence over a year ago and was like, oh, that's interesting, okay. I wonder how that will turn out.
So blasé.
Yeah.
Interesting.
Yeah, that's on brand. But I was not there during that. I wasn't in that sequence, so I didn't see what they did or how they did it or anything like that. I didn't hear anything really. Well, that's not true. I did hear about some of it. But you don't know what the visual effects are really going to look like until they're done. And so when I watched that for the first time about a week and a half ago in Paris at the world premiere in a giant movie theater. Yeah, basically. It was disturbing. And at that size too was horrifying. If you guys have not seen it, then tread lightly.
Don't watch on a plane
Yeah,
with other people.
you can't unsee it. I'm just gonna warn you, that you cannot put that toothpaste back in the tube. It is.
Well,
That was the no.
yeah, I'll go with that as well. I think I strong agreement,
Yeah,
firm agreement.
yeah.
That was a Freudian slip. Thank you.
Thanks.
Apologies. Hi there.
Hi, my name is Everest, and I used to work in an escape room, so that got me to thinking, seeing so many people with their different strategies and such. How would your characters fare in an escape room, and what other characters do you think would have done great in an escape room?
Well, does it count if they have magical powers?
No, they can't use their powers. It only has to be whatever you think your character would do, or whatever other character.
Okay.
That would have been a good episode.
I think Jack would have done all right.
Dean would get incredibly frustrated very quickly, and probably try to go through the drywall.
Yeah.
Not terribly dissimilar from what I would do if I was in that escape room.
I think Sam would do well, but I think he would be so interested in figuring out the puzzle that he might take too long. Because he takes his time. He reads a lot, and he studies a lot, and goes back over it and reads it a second time. So I'm sure he'd get the answer correct, and I just don't know if it'd be on time. That's all right. Kind of like Jared. Thank you, Everest. Cool name.
My name is Z. I'm here with my friend Michelle, who came here all the way from the Philippines to see y'all.
Wow. Thanks. I'm Michelle. Wherever you are.
Supernational brought comfort to so many people on so many levels. And I know for a fact that your work on and off the set has saved lives.
Oh, yeah.
So on that note, what is your favorite comfort food?
Great question. My favorite, this as cheesy as it sounds, it's queso. As cheesy as it sounds.
You know, I knew you were going somewhere, just the way you said cheesy too. I was like, it's gonna be like queso.
Yeah, you've watched me perform for like 35 years. How would you not know?
As cheesy as it may sound. This is something you guys may or may not know about Jared, but when Jared tells a joke that has a substantial like build up to it, it is very difficult for him to get through it. Because he's already laughing miles before the punchline.
It's funny. It's true, true.
Seriously, okay, so is that your cheesy answer?
It's actually, I'd rather like talk soup.
Do it. It's actually, I'm like, here we go, buckle up. He's gonna go for another one.
It's legit, it's soup. It's like chicken noodle soup or,
I got a question.
sure.
You got your chicken noodle soup.
Yeah,
Do you go saltines?
if available.
Or do you go oyster crackers?
That is-
I don't think there's a wrong answer.
Yeah, yeah.
There, yes, sir. Oh, really? Show you a wrong answer.
Just watch the first 10 minutes. So I go saltines and some noodle soup.
Yeah, that's a solid answer.
Nope, it's not. It's liquid.
Comfort food. You know, I gotta. Probably fried chicken.
See?
Yeah.
The therapist earlier did that fried chicken.
Yeah,
It works.
And that's largely because it's my wife's, so whenever she's making it, I'm like, yes!
The thing with fried chicken is it's super comforting until tomorrow.
Yeah.
Then no one feels comfort.
This taco tastes funny.
Turducken or whatever.
Yeah.
What's your favorite comfort food?
Sushi.
Okay. Very, very good. Very good. Thank you, Z.
Thank you.
And thank you from the Philippines. I know your friends out there. Thanks, guys.
Hi there.
Hi, I'm Lauren. I'm from New York. This is my first convention. It was my graduation gift. So
Is that a voucher?
it is.
Nice.
I actually have a question about The Boys because I've been a fan since season 1, big fan, and I was really excited when you got cast. So I was just wondering if you had a favorite character on the show before you were cast, and if not, if you have a new one now that's not Soldier Boy.
I mean,
Can you imagine if he just goes,
Soldier Boy. I mean, Butcher is so good. It's so good. But he, I feel like is the obvious choice, and you're not wrong. And I certainly love what Carl does with that character. It's insane. But I really like Frenchie. And I will say that now knowing Tomer, I like Frenchie even more. He is so good. He's not even French. He's Israeli. But he is so good. And he's, yeah, what he does with that character. He does so much when no one's looking, and when he doesn't need to be doing anything, he's always doing something. And I just find it, I just like that. From an actor's perspective, I just find that fascinating. So, yeah, but he's such a great character. He has a lot of good stuff this season. You're gonna like it. Thank you.
Hi.
Hello, my name's Kim. First, I would just like to say thank you to my husband. He won the lottery, and he's letting me ask the question.
Nice.
Amazing. And you won the lottery more than once. Hey, smells like that.
Absolutely. My question for you two was, how many lines you had to memorize in Latin? Do either of you speak fluent Latin?
It's a dead language. Who has that too? I took Latin in high school, largely for SAT prep, to try and get into college, try and get a scholarship or something. So it was a little bit more, let's just say it wasn't complete Greek to me. It was a work in progress. Is that a fart noise?
No, that was my hopes and dreams.
I do not speak Latin. I probably still remember some of it. I imagine we could both rememorize it.
He definitely, and they gave him more of the heavy lifting in the Latin department.
Which was also kind of by design of Jensen, because when they gave Dean the exorcism on his he made it so he just butchered it. Carl Urban.
Yeah, that's the same. It's the same. It's like the same when I mixed the laundry load and I put the wrong soap in and I put the wrong thing. Yeah, I'm not doing that by mistake.
He plays the long game.
Plays the long game. So he definitely got more of that Latin. But whenever I would have to do it, luckily I would have him right next to me and I'd be like, "What is it? Say it again. Say it."
I feel like there were a couple of scenes, a couple episodes, where we both could. They had Sam and or Dean doing it, and you're like, "Hey, you want to take Latin?" I'm like, "Sure."
Yeah, they were like, and one of the guys says the incantation.
He's like,
I'm like, "You got that, big guy."
Yeah, we're good. Yeah. But anyways, it is an interesting language.
Yeah, it's tough.
Yeah, difficult. Thank you so much.
Thanks. All right, well, this is the part where Bobby comes out and jogs around like he's in an 80s exercise video. And stick, here it is. Look at him. I think it's the last question, though. It's the last question. We don't have any more questions after this. We're going to sing a little ditty about the last question. We are. It's the last question. And we're going to have some. It's the last question. We're going to ask one last question. No more questions. That's it, right? It's the last question. It's the last question. It's the very last question. Wrap it up. It's the last question. And you're doing the deed.
Chicago Con 2022, please say hi to Allison. Allison. Where are you from, Allison?
I'm from Joliet.
Where's Romeo? So Romeo, gosh,
She's like about 20 minutes from there, jerk. She's like, I got one.
is, yeah.
What is your question?
Come help me.
Excuse me, everybody. Don't mind if I do. Bring the left. From the bullpen.
I need to hear from moral support.
Okay, for moral support. I don't think I'm helping. Stop helping.
I enjoy like the scenes where we get to see more of like the empty and stuff. So if Sam and Dean got to go into the empty and they were talking to the entity that rules the empty, what accents would you use?
I am just certain that I would not do whatever Misha did.
It's like he was one mustache twirl away from being a cartoon.
The German guy in the apocalypse.
Didn't Misha also do a German accent in the apocalypse?
By the way, I don't think anybody directs him to do this. He's just like,
I have a good idea. They don't direct him not to do it either, do they?
this is true, yeah. I think they're scared of him. Okay, so what accent?
You gotta go with your accents,
What
yeah.
would you do?
Me?
Yeah, you.
Shoot. Empty. What would my accent be? I think I'd go with Sebastian Roche's French. I'm in the empty, you know. It's full of girls. I mean, there's no girls. It's empty of girls, but there are girls here, which I'm not into anymore. I'm a married man, and I leave is nowhere near the girls. But if there were girls here, it wouldn't be empty, but it is empty, so there's no girls.
I would do Ruthie's Rowena and be magically delicious. Sorry.
That's his only impersonation of Ruth, is just gyrating his knees and singing the Lucky Charms. That's it. That's it. That's all he's done.
How is that an imitation of Ruth?
You know how. You know how.
She's not even Irish.
She stays crunchy in milk. I mean, she's not Irish. She's born without breakfast.
She's part of a balanced breast.
All right, Benedict, what would your accent be in the empty? He does a ton of accents.
Oh, mine? Yeah.
Oh, jeez.
Man of 1,000 voices.
I'd have to, you choose and I'll do the accent.
That's good. How about let's do a nice Southern accent.
Nice Southern accent. I'll tell you what, I'm down here from the South, and I'll kick some ass because I'm Southern.
That'd be weird because we are Southern.
Okay, wait,
Do a Northern accent.
Ooh, yeah, like a Boston accent.
Oh, like Boston. Hey, I'm from Boston over here. My name's Carl, and I parked the car in the garage.
I mean,
It's like it's on the king, yeah. It's like
I can smell the clam chowder.
It's like I knew where you were from after the first sentence you said.
Can I throw one in there? Eastern European small village.
Eastern European, okay. Hello, my name is Frank, and I am from the Eastern Village.
It is perfect. It's so
small village.
It is perfect. It's so good.
I mean, it's like putting on a clinic. You gotta get on a master
You
class.
close your eyes and you're there.
Thank you. Yeah, that was Eastern small village. That's different than a bigger village.
That's different than a bigger village.
How is it different?
Well, that would be like, yeah, I am Sten and I am from a big village.
You can hear the
It
nuances.
is incredible.
Unbelievable.
Guys, I hope you're taking notes.
Dude,
This is
a master class.
special moment.
It's like, just generic Eastern European small village.
But regional. But still different. I mean, I can't. You can't teach it.
Thanks.
So
I was born with it.
Follow that, Ackles, because we don't know.
Yeah, I mean, I don't want to follow that.
No one does.
But you don't have a choice. I mean, the question was geared towards you. You have to. What's your accent?
Girl!
What is it?
Valley Girl!
Valley Girl.
Thank you, whoever you are.
Rock can give you a template.
What part of the valley?
Rob, let me know what part of the valley.
Encino?
Is this Chatsworth, or are we
Westlake,
are we like
out in
Ford Ranch? Oh my God! Crazy empty in here.
Oh my God, there's a girl. There's a girl in the empty from the valley. I mean, they came from the valley, but you're a girl.
It is. It's so gross.
I think that's the much where they came from the valley.
Allison, thank you so much for that.
That was epic! That was Chicago, and that was all she wrote. Ladies and gentlemen, Jared Padalecki and Jensen Bobby's made up his mind, everybody.
That was a great match. Yeah,
No, sir.
really, yeah. Really bad.
Somebody help out, Bob. Get the man map. The bar. Jump.